Well, hello, folks. This is the end of the second day of my Camino adventure. Last night I stayed at Albergue Borda, had a fantastic meal. There was about 16 of us, including me, staying there. Our host was amazing. He was an amazing cook. I took a group picture of all of us, except I'm not actually in the picture because I was the one taking the photo, but I'll include the photo in this. This morning I set out at 8:30 in the morning. I was joined by Candy from Dallas, Texas. She was one of the ladies that was hiking with us on the first day. And so she was my hiking partner today. So we set out at 8:30 in the morning. It was really cold. We're in the mountains, so it was pretty darn cold. And I gotta say, the terrain we walked through today was extremely diverse. Like, we started in the mountains, lots of sheep, rocks and grass and open, bare land, pretty much. And it just seemed to go on and on and on forever. Like, we just kept walking, thinking, okay, we must be at the top now. We must be at the top now. And no, it must have been like half a dozen times we said that. And round the corner, and there was still more mountain to go, and it just kept on going like that. Eventually, we hit the food truck, and we thought that was going to be pretty much at the top of the mountain. But we still had another kilometer and a half to go, even from there, before we were finally at the top of the mountain. So I took some pictures around the food truck. There was lots of people. I met lots of different pilgrims on the road, and that was pretty cool. I met these two older guys from Australia. One guy's name is Ben. They were pretty cool guys. Talked to them for a little while. Today we met lots of different people. We met a couple of Oriental girls. One girl was from South Korea. The other girl was from China. They were best friends. They were hiking the Camino together. We met another couple that we spent some time hiking with. That's Glenn and Shelley. They're from Canada, but they're from the eastern side of Canada. And they were, we were with them for quite a bit. Actually, we were with them when we crossed the border into Spain. And I got some video footage of that as I was crossing from the French side of the Camino to the Spanish side of the Camino. And so I got some video footage of that as we were crossing over. Just an incredible day. I just can't believe the diversity of the landscape here. So after we crossed the border into Spain, or as we were approaching the border of Spain, it went from barren mountain and rocks and everything to, we started hitting forest. We started hitting trees. And then once we were in Spain, we were in this forested area that was kind of misty. And then we hit the refuge. There's a refuge up at the top there. So there was a lot of pilgrims hanging out there, having their lunch before they carried on. So we had a quick lunch there. Shelley and Glenn left us at that point. They carried on. We never did catch up with them again, but they carried on while we had our lunch. And then after that, we hit, as we were coming back down, we hit forest. And we were in forest. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful forest, but we walked for the last quarter of our trek. It was pretty much all forest. I ended up leaving Candy at Roncesvalles. It's the monastery there, and that's where she was staying, and that's actually where most of the pilgrims were going to be staying. There's very few pilgrims that actually carried on going further. I'm one of them. So I ended up here. It's about 6 kilometers past Roncesvalles. I can never remember the name of this little town, but anyway, I'm at the Casa Rural Roncesvalles, and this is the place where Martin Sheen stayed, actually, during his making of the movie The Way. And so that was really cool. When I walked into the reception, and this is not an albergue, this is a hotel. So when I walked into the reception, there was a young lady sitting there, and I saw this picture up on the wall right beside her, and it was a big picture of her and Martin Sheen, and he was dressed as he was when he made the movie The Way. So I asked her, I said, I'm looking at the picture, I'm looking at her, and I'm like, is that you? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, oh my God, that was when he made the movie The Way. And she's like, yeah, he was here. So that was really cool. So this is where I'm staying right now. It was another 2-hour hike actually past Ron's-Concells. After I dropped off Candy, she stayed there with all the other pilgrims. All the other pilgrims stayed at Ron's-Concells, and here's me carrying on further. There's only 2 other pilgrims that I met that stayed here in this town, but they're staying at a place just further up the road. You know, about 500 meters up the road. They're staying at this bar and restaurant place that has rooms. And that is a couple, Jill and Patrick. Jill is from England. She's got a really strong northern accent, And Patrick is from Holland, but he speaks really, really good English. Like you can't even tell there's an accent, actually. It's kind of strange. I guess they speak really good English in Holland, but anyway, they both live in Holland, and they love to do a lot of traveling and everything. They're not planning on going all the way to Santiago de Compostela. They're only traveling as far as Pamplona or a little bit past that, because apparently Patrick has to go back to work back in Holland. So I had dinner with them last night. That was really pleasant. And here I am back at my hotel room, and I'm doing this video, summary of the day kind of thing. So I'm going to be putting all the pictures and videos on at the end of this. And I think I'm probably going to stick with this format. I'm going to be doing like a summary of the day kind of thing. And then at the end of doing the summary of the day, I'm going to put all the videos and pictures at the end. Maybe even throw in a little bit of music in there, for some atmosphere. Still trying to get used to this video editor. So if it's a little glitchy, if you notice my videos are a little glitchy and don't look too professional, that's why. I'm not really super techie, so I'm still trying to get used to doing this video editing thing. So maybe as I carry on in my Camino and do these more often, I'll get better at it. So anyway, so this is it. That was my summary for the day. So enjoy the rest of this video. There's going to be a lot. I'm going to warn you, there's going to be a lot, because it was quite a diverse day today. So I got a lot of clips to throw in there. So enjoy, folks. Wow, check out this sunrise. Okay, so it's about 8:15 in the morning, and I stayed at Albergue Borda last night. It's really cold this morning. What temperature is it? About minus or plus 3?
3 degrees, yes.
3 degrees.
High of 8.
Yeah, and this is Candy.
Hello.
Hi. She's the only one of our group that we were with yesterday that stayed at Albergue Borda last night, and we had a wonderful dinner and met a lot of really cool people, and had a great stay. Had a little bit better of a sleep last night. Still not 7 hours, but I got at least 5 hours anyway, or 4.5 to 5 hours, which is better than nothing. Yes, my body's still adjusting. Yeah, so we're starting off today. Chilly morning. There's a lot of pilgrims on the road. There's a long line of pilgrims up ahead of us, and a beautiful sunrise back there. Just incredible. So this is the view as we're walking right here. Oh yeah, we got this young fella here right in front of us. He must have stayed at Orison last night. So yeah, that's it for now, and I'll check in with you guys later. Okay, so we've been We've been hiking for about 15 minutes or so, and yeah, it's we're still on the hills. It's still a bit of a climb. We're still climbing up. Haven't crossed over the Pyrenees Mountains yet, and so yeah. So today's hike to Casa Rural Roncesvalles is 22.5 kilometers. I know I didn't pronounce that last name correctly, but pretty close anyway. So Roncesvalles, I think that's how it's pronounced. Anyway, so yeah, it's 22.5 kilometers today. I don't think I've walked 22.5 kilometers in one day in many years, probably dating back to my tree planting days. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, bit of a challenge, but I'm up for it. So let's do this. Oh, and here come the sheep. Oh, there's all these wild horses down here, and yeah, they don't seem to be. There's no fences or anything like that. They just seem to be roaming free in the hills, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I see. There's a couple up on that hill there. There's a whole bunch down here. It's a herd of them. Oh, there's a young foal down there. Little baby. Yeah. Well, we were pretty much near the top here, and well, the road just keeps going on and on and on. There's Candy. Hi, Candy. And look at this view. Wow. Incredible. Uh-huh. So it looks like that's the food truck up there. It's the guy is usually there every day, apparently, and he has food and refreshments for the pilgrims who have reached the top of the mountain. And here's a whole bunch of sheep again. Yeah, so we get all the way to the top here, and what do you know? There's trees, like all these trees. We go from barren land and rocks and everything to all these trees. We're crazy. Wow, never expect to see trees up here. Must be extremely hardy because this is such a harsh environment up here. It's cold, probably doesn't see a lot of sun. A lot of times throughout the year, I'm sure it's pretty misty like this. So yeah, it's just wasn't expecting to see trees. So here we are. This is the border of France and Spain right here. Yes. So we're about to cross into Spain. Okay, so
Go on up there.
okay, I'm about to cross into Spain. Here we
Want
go.
a picture? Yeah, but I'm not with him, so we're just walking together. Okay. Not that I don't mind having my picture made.
Ciao.
Awesome. Thank you.
Can I just
Now I'm in Spain.
There we go.
I'll just let you.